Welcome everybody to the AB3 and Sammy Show. This week we start a new series on what you girls need to do to get the guy to ask you out on a second date. There's so much on the internet these days with what a guy needs to do, but you know, we thought it was time to turn the tables a little bit and explore what you ladies need to do to catch our attention and get us interested in asking you guys out on the second date. So, we've discussed in Amplitude commitment phobic guys, what types of guys to stay away from, but once you go out on that first date, you may find that you really like this guy. And often you may get nervous and you may not be sure how to act and you may not act yourself, and next thing you know the guy's not calling you back even though you thought you had chemistry. So we're going to start the series to help everybody add these things to the portfolio of their dating life, and these little things when added together will big time increase your chances of getting the guy interested and keeping you fresh in his mind. So today we're going to cover paying for the bill. So guess what? You meet the guy, you go on your first date, whether it's Yogurtland or Coffee Bean, Starbucks, whatever, even a restaurant, which we often talk about not doing. But wherever you go, one thing I want you to do, ladies, to stick out from the bunch is offer to pay for the date. Too many times the bill comes and guess what happens? You don't even reach for your pocketbook. You don't even try to look at the bill. Well, one thing that really sticks out in the guy's mind is if when the bill comes, you even at least pretend to reach for your purse to pay for the drink or whatever it is that you guys ate or drank or what have you. You wouldn't believe how much weight that carries for us guys. It says three things about you to us, especially for you girls that are looking for a long-term relationship and even marriage, maybe kids one day. This sort of behavior will attract the right guy, because the right guy, a quality guy that's looking for long-term, will absolutely appreciate this. Here are the three things. One, when you pay for it, it shows that you're generous. What makes a good mother? A generous person. So when you offer to pay for the meal or the drink, guess what? In his mind, he's going to register that you're a generous person. Two, guess what? You also look very independent when you offer to pay for the meal or the drink. Three, when you offer to pay, it also sticks in his mind that, wow, not only is this girl independent and generous, she's probably going to be a great nurturing provider if we ever have kids. Now don't get me wrong, it's not like the guy's thinking all these multiple things in his mind at the same time. But psychologically, these things are going on in our subconscious somewhere, especially for those right guys that aren't looking for a quick lay. So those are the three things that will run through our minds when you offer to pay. Now, for those of you that want to be old-fashioned and don't want to pay, hey, you should still try to offer anyway. You know why? Because 90% of the time, the guy's going to say, hey, you know what? Hang off, I got this. I'm not going to let you pay. It's just a gesture. So try it out next time. It says a lot about you. It also shows higher value. It shows that not only you're independent, but you stand on your own 2 feet and you see the guys are equal. So you're not just sitting there. Let me give you a quick anecdote before I end this show today. I dated a girl quite a few years ago. Well, not that many years ago. We went on 3 or 4 dates. I remember the very first date. We went out. She ordered the most expensive thing you could order, and she didn't even look at her pocketbook or purse when the bill came. Okay, fine. I get that. No problem. We went on a second date, same thing. But I did a little experiment. When the bill came, I purposely didn't even touch it. I just watched it on the table. She didn't even look at it. I left it there for 10 minutes. She didn't even pretend to look at it. There's just this entitlement attitude in her that, hey, I'm on a date, the guy has to pick it up. Notwithstanding the fact that this girl made tons more money than I did. And the other thing that happened is on our 4th date, which was the deal breaker for me after I observed this behavior, is we went to a party somewhere and it turned out they needed some sort of cover charge, which we never anticipated. So I didn't have any cash with me and they didn't take credit cards at the door, obviously. Even though she had the money, we proceeded to walk around 3 or 4 blocks looking for an ATM when all she had to do was say, hey, I got this, maybe get dinner. Instead of her ponying up some money and contributing to the relationship, we went on this wild goose chase for an ATM just because she didn't want to pay, or she had this ridiculous notion that I absolutely had to pay. And of course, then we went out after that and she wanted me to pay for everything else again. Once again, it's not even the fact that I think the girls should pay or us guys think girls should pay, but in this era, 2015, look, there's a lot more equality going on, and not even withstanding that, Us guys are attracted to a girl that's independent, just like you are. So what we ask you to do is, please think about offering to pay. You're probably not gonna end up paying 90% of the time anyway, but I guarantee you that's gonna stick in our minds. And that is the type of thing that we're gonna appreciate, at least the quality guys, and we're gonna call you guys back for that second date because you show what a quality person you are. So make sure to visit us on our website, ab3andsammy.com, or you can follow us on Twitter at ab3andsammy. And we hope to see you soon. Our next video is coming out shortly with the next dating tip for you ladies on what you can do during your date to make sure you get a second date from the guy. Thanks, have a great day, happy dating, and date great.